I'm your host, Davida Shensky, and you're listening to Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis. The purpose of this podcast is to help you recognize and overcome any limiting beliefs that you might have, set attainable goals, and to help you to begin to think positively on a daily basis and not let what other people tell you interfere with your achieving whatever goals you have set for yourself. Today's presentation is titled Failure and Goals: 7 Steps to Take Immediately If You've Experienced a Setback. Failure is inevitable. This is a fact of life. In everything we do, when we learn a new skill, we are not going to master it immediately. What we need to understand is that when we fail, pick up the pieces and use it as a learning experience. However, how you perceive failure determines what path you take. And here's a little secret: failure is not a permanent state of being, it's not world ending. Merely, failure means that you tried and didn't succeed, at least not during this round. So, in the face of failure, what should you do? What actions can you take when you fail to achieve your goals? How can you fail forward and live the life that you want? What do you do when you fail to achieve your goal? Sometimes we simply don't achieve our goals. It's clear. It's our fault. We set the goal and our actions didn't achieve it. Sometimes we accept it, sometimes we don't. The problem is that it's easy to beat ourselves up about it and resign. That failure is a clear indicator of who we are. But this simply isn't true. Ariana Huffington has said, failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success. The only true failure happens when we give up. At the same time, failure can indicate to us that maybe our goals aren't aligned with who we want to be, or perhaps we need to change something to make it work. Either way, there is a learning opportunity to be had that will propel your life forward and enhance it in multiple ways. So, what should you do after failing? Here are the 7 steps that you should take right now. Accept it. You failed. Not to minimize it, but it happened to the best of us. One simply doesn't get through life without a few serious slip ups. This is what being human is all about. The sooner you move past the denial stage, the better. Accept that it happened. Accept responsibility for it. And most importantly, understand that this doesn't define you. One slip up isn't what you are. How you handle that slip up shows that your true characteristics, and you should absolutely take this information and run with it. So let it empower you. Determine what went wrong. What caused you to not achieve the goal? What actually did you do well? Or rather, what actually did go well? How can you improve the areas where you fell short? Or, an even better question, is this truly a goal that you want to achieve? Asking all of these questions is part of your analysis and reflection. If this is a goal that you want to continue with, make sure to make a plan to tackle the issues that you faced during this round. If it's not a goal that you want, ask yourself what you envision your future life to look like. Then create goals around that. Try to be very mindful here. Avoid self blame, but be honest with yourself. Take responsibility where it's due. Don't try to blame external sources for your failure. These are out of your control anyway. This moment is all about understanding yourself more and what habits will help you to get where you truly want to be. Learn from it. Take what you need, leave what you don't. From this failure, there is something to learn. In your analysis above, you would have narrowed it on this. But this is where you really want to focus on the lesson and ensure that you don't fall into the same spot twice. The key here is that what is your perspective? You need to view failure as a learning opportunity. When you do, the world opens up. You see things differently. You actually can grow and improve. Let it go. The other side of taking what you need is leaving what you don't. Those potential emotions of self hatred aren't necessarily helping. Sure, it's important to be realistic and fess up where you messed up, but it is helpful to berate yourself and continue down a slippery slope of self critique. Not really. Let the negativity go. Take the lesson and run. Also, ask for feedback when it's applicable. If you're still unsure of what to do and you've mulled it over yourself, it might help to ask for outsiders' perspective. Ask a trusted colleague, friend, or family member for their opinion. Sometimes when we're down on ourselves, it can be tough to view a situation from an objective point of view. This is where someone else can help make a plan forward. You either know that you want to pursue this goal, or you may know now that you have other goals in mind. The next step in making a plan. What are the steps to achieve what you want? Break the big vision or goal down into small steps that are realistic and achievable. Take action. Got your plan? Great! Take the first step. Keep the momentum going. The sooner you take a step forward, the further behind that failure is, and the closer you get to where you actually want to be. Build the life you want. Failure isn't an end. In fact, For many, it can spark the very beginning of something great. So take this failure, learn from it, and thrive. Use it to build the life you want, and don't let anyone hold you back. And remember this, only you can hold yourself back. The problem is that through the years, we've had people say things to us and tell us how we can't succeed. And we've internalized those people's expressions. And we begin to believe them. And when you look at the law of attraction, what are they doing? They're saying, take those negative expressions and turn them around and make them into positive ones and use them as affirmations.